Young Bucks, old goats, what's up? If you have been standing by anxiously awaiting the news with your checkbook in hand, today's the day, or actually, depending on when you're watching this, Friday, September 27th is the day the Shohei Ohtani ball, 50-50 home run ball, goes up for auction. If you don't follow baseball or you've been living under a rock, Ohtani accomplished the 50-50 feat last week at Lone Depot Park, home of the Miami Marlins, where opposing teams set records. I'm not bitter. That's 50 home runs, 50 steals in a single season. No one's ever done that. South Florida's own Jose Canseco founded the 40-40 Club back in 1988. Other members who joined later, 1996, Barry Bonds, 1998, Alex Rodriguez. So far, as you can see, all of these guys had something in common. They had a little outside help, if you know what I mean. 2006, Alfonso Soriano joined the club. And just last year, 2023, Ronald Acuna of the Braves joined the club. Right now, as of this recording, with 4 games left, Ohtani's at 53 home runs, 56 steals. It would take a Herculean effort to get 60-60, which some people were saying, maybe he does it, you never know. But that would be just insane. You'd have to hit 7 home runs in 4 days. Not that he can't do it, but maybe he can do like a 55-55 or 56-56 if he gets hot. And then I showed a video of this, and we can check that later when the ball landed, and we talked about a number being thrown around $200,000, but the starting bid for the ball will be $500,000, $500,000. The auction will run through October 16th, and auction does have sort of like a buy it now, like eBay does, of $4.5 million. So if you have that kind of money to burn on a souvenir, you can use buy it now up until October 9th. Auctions being run by Golden Auctions, who have sold some of these famous home run balls in the past, and we're going to go over some of those in a minute. The guy who caught it, obviously, he opted not to return it to the Dodgers, and it was authenticated before he left. Reportedly, the Dodgers offered him $300,000, and he declined. I would have been pretty tempted. I don't know about you. So, do you think it'll have a chance for that much? Will it get many bids? We'll see. What have some of the other balls sold for, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. The current record holder for a baseball is the $3.05 million paid for Mark McGwire's 70th home run ball in 1999, and that was by comic book creator and McFarlane Toys empire magnate Todd McFarlane. Magnet McFarlane, they call him. Number 2, Golden previously auctioned Aaron Judge's American League record-breaking 60-second home run ball for $1.5 million. Seller Corey Humans reportedly turned down a $3 million offer. Though the $1.5 million is still the second most expensive ball sold at auction. Number 3, All-Star Game home run ball by Babe Ruth in 1933. That sold for $805,000. It was the first home run ever hit in an MLB All-Star Game. Also, it's Babe Ruth. Earl Brown caught the ball at Comiskey Park in Chicago and passed it down to his grandson, Chris, after 73 years of holding on to it. Chris Brown sold it at a day-long MLB Fan Fest in 2006. The thing with that is, like, how do you authenticate that ball after so many years? And nowadays, those balls some of them I think are marked beforehand when they know a historic feat is going to be made. Or, they get the ball, they get the fan right away after he catches the ball, and they take him back there and they authenticate the ball. But I don't know how you authenticate that. I haven't done the research, but it sounds like it's way tougher than nowadays. Anyways, continuing down the list. Number 4, Barry Bonds. You're going to see a few Barry Bonds on this list. Barry Bonds, number 756 in 2007. That one sold for $752,000. That was fashion designer Mark Echo. He purchased that ball at auction, and he later branded it with an asterisk and donated it to the Hall of Fame. he actually allowed the public to decide what happened to the ball. He had them vote on whether, one, you give it to the Hall of Fame, two, brand it with an asterisk, and then give it to the Hall of Fame, or 3, send it into outer space. So I guess the one that won was sending it to the Hall of Fame with an asterisk, so that is where it is today. Number 5, Hammerin' Hank, his 755th home run in 1976. That sold for $650,000. Probably nowadays this ball would be like at the top of the list, but things were different when it was sold back in 1999. Hank Aaron actually autographed this ball at a collector show without any prior knowledge that it was the famous ball. The man who caught the ball, Richard Arndt, was a former groundskeeper at Milwaukee County Stadium. He received $461,000 and donated $155,000 to the Chasing the Dream Foundation after an agreement he made with Hammerin' Hank, which that's pretty cool. Number 6, Barry Bonds' 73rd home run in 2001. That one sold for $518,000, and this one again was purchased by Todd McFarlane. He also owns McGwire's number 70. And when they asked him why the price fell so low, he said Bonds wasn't nearly as popular as McGwire or Sammy Sosa. You know, I don't know if you think that stands true today? I don't know. I would say Bonds might be he's become more popular over the years, I think. Definitely more than Sosa, I would guess, and maybe even more than McGwire. I don't know. I could be talking out of my arse, but I just kind of feel that way. Number 7 was Barry Bonds' 762 ball. So that's the one. Is that his last home run? Let's see. How many career home runs did Barry Bonds have? Yep, so it's the last home run hit by Barry Bonds. That's why that one is important. So number 762 home run, $377,000. Fairly recently, Albert Pujols' 700 home run ball, which was caught at Dodger Stadium, sold for $360K, and that was sold by Golden in 2022. Number 9 is Barry Bonds' number 500 home run, $303,000. And number 10 is Eddie Murray, number 500. That sold for $280,000. And that's a top 10. I'll give you a couple bonus ones. Bonds, 715 home run, $220,000. And Sammy Sosa's number 66 home run, $150,000. For comparison's sake, the kid who caught Roger Maris's home run ball back in 1961, it was his 61 home run to set the record that Judge later broke, American League record at least. He was willing to just give it to him. And Maris told him, no, hold on to it, kid. There's a company, they're going to pay you some money for it, and then they'll hold a ceremony and they'll give it right back to me. And there was a company that was running a promotion where they were going to give an amount to whoever caught it and then turn around and present it to Maris. And they did like a ceremony and did that, and the guy pretty much milked it for promotion for his business, which was, I guess everybody got what they wanted. The fan got money, which was a lot of money back in 1961, and Maris got the ball, and this guy got a lot of publicity. I guess they're trying to get so much for the Ohtani ball because he has international appeal, which may help put that bidding over the top. And by the way, the kid in the red Havana Sugar King jersey who almost caught the ball, he has filed a lawsuit against the man who caught it and the auction house and the guy's friend who caught it. Max Matus, 18 years old. He says the ball was forcibly taken away from him during the September 19 game. A civil lawsuit has been filed in Florida claiming that 18-year-old Max Matus is the rightful owner of the Shohei Ohtani 50-50 home run ball that is set to be auctioned off beginning Friday. After Golden Auction House announced that the ball will be available with an opening bid of $500,000, attorneys for Matus filed a lawsuit against the New Jersey-based auction house and Chris Spalansky, the man who came away with the ball, and his friend, Kelvin Ramirez. The lawsuit claims that Matus was able to firmly grab the ball in his left hand, successfully obtaining possession of the 50-50 ball during the September 19 game at Lone Depot Park in Miami. But Balansky put his arm in between his legs and wrangled the 50-50 ball. He was using that old man jiu-jitsu on him. Wrangled the 50-50 ball out of Max's left hand, adding that it was forcibly taken away from Matus. Matus, who was attending the game on his 18th birthday, womp womp, is hoping to stop the sale of the historic piece of baseball memorabilia. The suit is also asking that the ball be held in a mutually agreed secure location as all involved await the outcome of the case. Despite the lawsuit, Golden says that they will proceed with the auction. A Miami, Florida judge ruled on Thursday that the auction can progress as scheduled, denying a temporary restraining order that Matus' attorney had filed, reports Click's Darren Rovell. We are aware of the case that has been filed, read a statement from Golden to ESPN. Having reviewed the allegations and images included in the lawsuit and publicly available video from the game, I wonder if they looked at our video. Golden plans to go live with the auction of the Ohtani 50-50 ball. By the way, shout out to the guy at Marlins Stadium that gave me that video that I've been using, which him or his friend filmed out there. Thanks, buddy. The 11th Judicial Court in Dade County is expected to allow Matus' attorney to make their case before the auction finishes on October 16th. If they make a successful argument, Matus could get some of the profits from the sale, according to Rovell. Golden CEO Ken Golden told ESPN that Belansky contacted Golden the day after Ohtani's record night to set up the deal. According to Fox Sports 640's Andy Slater, the Dodgers offered Belansky $300,000 but were turned down. Once the auction goes live, potential buyers will have the opportunity to purchase the ball for $4.5 million through October 9th, 1 week before the auction is scheduled to end. Should bidding reach $3 million before October 9th, the $4.5 million buyout will now disappear. Okay, let's look at the video. First, does it look like the guy has the ball firmly in his left hand? Was it forcibly taken from him? Does this man look muscular? I read that somewhere. It wasn't in this statement I just read, but I read it somewhere. And if that kid wasn't on his damn phone, would he have caught the ball cleanly? You know, I heard a lot of people talking about that. So, I don't know. You be the judge. Do you think the lawsuit will hold any water? I feel like that's kind of like a survival of the fittest thing until somebody comes clean with it and holds the ball up high. You know, it's sort of like rugby style. You know, if the guy had come up with it like this and then somebody came and snatched it out of his hand, that's one thing. But like, you know, hey, I had my finger on it at one point down there on the floor. I don't know, man, if you're going to be able to... it does kind of look like he has it at one point, but I don't know. I don't know if there's any precedent for this either, so I don't know. Will be interesting to see. So, kids, listen up, young bucks. Put the phone down. Live in the moment. You never know when you're going to lose out on a few $1,000,000 here, potentially. So, that's pretty much... we'll keep an eye on this and see what happens. It'll be interesting to see, but that's pretty much all I got for you today, guys. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.